pressing live.
Aloha! Welcome to Live Yoga Channel.
Morning.
I'm Terra, this is Evan, and we are so happy to be joining you in our living room so that together we can practice yoga. We have about an hour-ish practice in store today, and let's go ahead and find a comfortable seated position on our mat, cross-legged. Roll the shoulders up and back, and then place the palms on the knees, palms facing up. Touch the thumb and the fingertip together. Go ahead and close the eyes so that the back of the neck is long. And feel the length of the spine. Begin to draw your awareness, your introspection to that space on the upper lip as you deepen your inhalations and exhalations. Giving yourself permission to focus here on the breath, and let this be our guiding light throughout our practice, so that if we feel constrained and constricted in our breath, this is a cue from our body to back off some. And if we're light and able to smile throughout our breath, this is indicative of perhaps it's time to take it to the next level. So let the breath be your guide. We are honored that you've chosen to be here with us. Go ahead and open the eyes. And let's go ahead and we'll start with a round of Kapalabhati. We're going to relieve our brain and skull from tension. So this is a breath practice, and it's a forceful exhalation through the nose and a passive inhalation through the nose. So you'll be focusing on the exhale, and at the same time, as you exhale, you're going to draw that belly button back towards the spine. Okay, so it's a bit of a pumping. Go ahead and let's inhale, exhale, 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 exhale. Keep going. You can close your eyes and keep that gaze in between the eyebrows, center. Draw your pelvic floor muscles up as if you're preventing yourself from going to the loo. Pump. Exhale, 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 exhale. Release all the air. Half lung of air taken through the nostrils. Pause, press the palms into the thighs, draw the shoulders up to the ears, drop that chin into the chest, draw the belly button to the spine. This is called kumbha, breath retention. We're holding that energy in the body. Take your pelvic floor, lift that up as well. When you need the breath, let the locks go. Go ahead and release. Inhale through the nose, exhale slowly. Return the breath to normal. Let's go ahead and bring our awareness to our eyes. We're going to stretch the muscles in and around the eyes. So go ahead and open the eyes. We're going to keep our head and neck center, moving only the eyes. Go ahead and inhale. As you exhale, look down, look up, look down, look up, look down, look up. Center. Another breath in. Exhale, look far right, far left, far right, far left, far right, far left, center. Another breath in. Exhale, look down, far right, look up, far left, look down, center. Another breath in. Look down, far left, look up, far right, look down, center. Next, instead of stretching the eyes, we're going to focus the eyes. Go ahead and raise your right arm about shoulder height. Take the index finger and point it up towards the ceiling. So you want your arm not too high, not too low. I want you to take your gaze to the fingertip and then look past the finger. Bring the gaze back to the fingertip and begin to bend the elbow, drawing the fingertip towards the nose, doing your best to not blink. Keep your focus on the fingertip. Take it back out slowly. When the elbow is straight, look past the finger. Draw your awareness back to the fingertip. Do your best to not blink. Move slowly towards the nose and then extend it back out again. Healthy, healthy eyes. When the elbow is straight, look past the finger. Last one, best one. Then the elbow, bring it in slowly, keeping the focus on the fingertip. Extend it out. Look past the finger. Go ahead and release. Let's take our palms together and rub them together as fast as we can, building up heat, prana. In Hawaii, we call it mana, life force. Building up our healing hands. We're going to take our right palm and cup it over our right eye. Take our left palm and cup it over our left eye. Breathe gently through the nose and do your best to not let any light come in between your fingers. Healing energy. We're sending healing energy to the eyes, the rods, the cones, or the retinas for healthy, healthy eyes. Never before have we had so much screen time. So very grateful for our gift to see. Release your hands, interlace the palms, extend the hands away from you. Take them up towards the sky. Biceps by the ears. Drop the chin down ever so slightly so that the back of the neck is long. And then I want you to bring your awareness into that deep belly breath. Inviting our ujjayi breath, a slight constriction in the epiglottis, in the back of the throat. You might hear a constriction, like a hissing sound. Release the hands back out in front. Take the backs of the palms together. Cross the right palm over the left. Interlace the hands. And to your degree, we're going to bring them in towards the chest and then back out again. To your degree, everybody's different. But we're warming up here. We're warming up from the fingers to the wrists, the elbows and the shoulders. Honoring that every day we might feel different. This depends on how we slept, what kind of stress we have, what we were eating yesterday or today. Let's go ahead and bring them back in towards the chest and back out. We're going to reverse sides, taking just as much time getting into this. So first, draw in towards the chest and then out and away. Honoring that you might feel different on one side versus the other. You may feel more flexible on one side or more tight. This is normal. Just breathing here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale those hands back to the body. Let's go ahead and extend our legs out in front of us. We're going to continue with our warm-ups, this time moving to our toes. So extend the legs out straight. The toes are pointing up towards the mat. I like to keep my hands close to the sides, or like Evan, lean back on your palms. We're going to bend only the toes, doing toe cranks. For 1, release, 2, release, 3, 4, 5, 6, and hold. Go ahead and release, shake it out. Let's cross the right leg over the left. And just like we interlace the fingers, we're going to interlace the toes. First 1 toe, 2 toes. It may feel awkward at first, and that's okay. Give it a try. And in the spirit of the yogis, we stay positive. 3 toes, 4 toes, wherever you get, then squeeze. Squeeze and hold. We're warming up from the nerve endings, from the tip of our toes all the way up the legs to the sciatica nerve. And release. Let's go ahead and change legs and work on the other side. Keep your hands from going down there and forcing the toes. Just see it and feel it. And squeeze. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's release. Now let's moving up to the ankles. We're going to move forward and backwards with just the ankles. For 1, release. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and hold. Next, let's make circles clockwise. Opposite direction. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Beautiful. Let's bend the knee, keep the right leg extended, bend that left knee, grab onto the elbows underneath the knee, sit tall. Let's make circles with our knee, first clockwise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, opposite direction. 4, 5, 6. Go ahead and release the leg. We'll switch sides. Sit tall. First clockwise. 4, 5, 6, opposite direction. 6. Release the leg. Warming up. Come up to the front of the mat. We're going to warm up the quadriceps. So we're going to take our right heel into the inside of our left thigh. Take the left heel on the outside of the left thigh. Begin to walk your hands back. Perhaps this is your pose. Perhaps you feel plenty stretch right here. Lean back and breathe. Perhaps you have the privilege to come down onto your forearms and let your head drop back. Bringing your breath and awareness to that long, slow inhalation and exhalation. This feels good for you and you're ready to take it to the next pose. To the next variation. You can lie your back down completely onto the mat. Let your arms go overhead. You can grab onto your wrists or elbows. Let the breath be slow and steady. Lengthening the quadricep. These big muscle groups for 3, 2, and 1. We're going to inhale, bring our hands back by our sides, press into the forearms, help the body upright. And we're going to switch sides, taking just as much time getting into it on this side. And like I said earlier, we may feel totally different on this side. So we're honoring where we are today, walking our hands back, taking a pause there, seeing how our body responds. Perhaps we can come back and come down onto our forearms here. Maybe it feels good to let the head drop back or lay your spine completely on the mat. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, bring the arms back down by your sides. Press into those forearms, help the body up, and then together we're going to all find our way coming into a standing position at the front of the mat. Bring the feet together, roll the shoulders up and back, palms by your side. Go ahead and close the eyes here and let yourself first feel rooted underneath of your feet. Visualize your feet connecting to the ground and feeling the earth below. I like to imagine roots growing out of the bottom of my feet, connecting me to the earth plane. Really feel rooted. And then as you inhale, all the way up the spine, feel the spine grow long, the top of the crown open up to the heavens. And then in that space in between the eyebrows, I want you to visualize the most beautiful sunrise or sunset you've seen lately. Let your breath be slow and relaxed here, and with your eyes closed, and on the memory of the most beautiful sunrise or sunset, let us pay respects and honor all of the gifts that each of us receive from the Almighty Celestial Sun, all the life that it brings to this planet, and the gifts of our personal relationship to the sun. So we'll move into a few rounds of slow classical sun salutations, offering prayers and respects to the sun. Surya Namaskar. Inhale, deeply open the eyes. Exhale, bring the hands to prayer position at the heart. Inhale, take the arms up overhead. Look up. Stretch through the side body, reaching for the heavens. And then as you exhale, hinging at the waist, fold forward. Now this is the first stretch of the day. No overstretching here. If you need to bend your knees, that's totally okay. You can have your hands on your shins, the backs of your ankles. Perhaps you have the privilege to bring your fingertips to the sides of your feet. Let the head hang heavy. Bring the weight closer towards the balls of the feet so that the backs of the legs are long. The sits bones are pressing up towards the sky. Your face is relaxed. Breathing into the entire back body here. Let your head hang heavy for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Place your fingertips facing forward. Bend the knees. Take the left leg back. Drop to the knee and the top of the left foot. As you inhale, the shoulders up and back. Let the arms hang down by your side. We're balancing here, drawing the right knee towards the midline of the body, pressing down powerfully underneath of that right big toe, and then also supporting the body on the back knee and the top of the back foot. Take that chest, reach it up towards the sky, look up. Lunge into that front leg. We're warming up here, we're waking up all of the grankies, the blockages from our night's sleep. Opening up in the pelvis, the spine. Breathing gently here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Return the hands to the mat. Tuck the back left toes. Send the right leg back into our first mountain pose. Press the heels back towards the earth. Press evenly into both palms. In the West, we often refer to this pose as downward facing dog. In the Himalayas, my teacher calls this mountain pose, so that's what we do too. Our body's shaped like a mountain. Pressing down evenly into both hands. Press evenly through both feet. Let the head hang heavy. Lift the sits bones up towards the heavens. Lengthen the entire spine. This is like an elixir. I call this the fountain of youth pose. Warming up from the base of the skull all the way down to the tailbone. Next, we'll drop to our knees, chest and chin, Ashtam Pranam. So we've got our 2 toes, our 2 knees, our chest, chin, and our 2 palms. I like to come up onto the fingertips, squeeze those elbows in, and our gaze is down the nose. We're breathing slowly here, warming up the back. Release the palms to the earth. Drop the belly to the earth. Release the toes. Slide the chest through the arms. And for this first round, let's go ahead and come up into Sphinx, keeping the forearms on the mat. Your chest is drawing forward and up, and then your gaze is up towards the sky, in between the eyebrows. Breathing slowly here for 3, 2, and 1. Release, draw the hands underneath of your shoulders, tuck the toes, press into the palms, lift the hips, and press back into mountain pose. Press evenly through both heels, acknowledging that one heel might want to reach the floor more than the other. See if you can press both heels down evenly. Take the left foot in between the hands, drop the right knee in the top of the right foot. As we inhale, our shoulders up and back into equestrian pose. Lunge into that left leg. We're taking the left knee with the midline of the body, opening up that right thigh. Roll the shoulders up and back. Take that gaze up towards the ceiling. Take that heart up towards the heavens. The palms are open to the sides of the hips. Or 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Return the hands to the mat. Tuck the right toes. Exhale, send the right leg up to meet the left. Forward fold. The body's starting to warm up here. Maybe you can bring your fingertips to the mat. If you have the privilege to do that, perhaps you can bring the palms to the floor. Maybe turn the palms around, fingertips facing backwards. You can then even bend your elbows. Use the strength of your arms to help draw the chest closer towards the thighs. Imagining the top of your head coming down towards the top of your feet. Bend the knees, release the hands, take the arms together, inhale, come all the way up, look up and back. Exhale, coming through prayer position at the heart. Close the pose, release the hands to the sides. Let's do the same thing on the other side. Inhale deeply. Exhale, hands to prayer position at the heart. Inhale, take the arms up overhead, look up, look back. Exhale, fold forward, hinging at the waist. Bend the knees, take the right leg back. Drop to the knee and the top of the foot. Inhale, the shoulders up and back. Ashwasana Shalanasana. Release the hands back to the mat. Tuck the toes. Exhale, send the left leg back to meet the right. Mountain pose. Drop to the knees, chest and chin. Inhale to cobra. So you can stay at Sphinx, or you can bring the palms to the mat. Keep the elbows in and draw the chest in up towards the heavens. The butt is soft, the tops of the feet are on the mat. Exhale, tuck the toes, press into the hands, lift those hips back, coming into mountain pose. Take the right foot in between the hands, drop the left knee and the top of the left foot. Inhale, open up, Ashwasana Shalanasana. Return the hands to the mat. Exhale, tuck the left toe, bring the left foot up to meet the right, forward fold. Hands together, inhale all the way up overhead, look up, look back. Exhale through prayer position. Release the hands to the sides, close the eyes. And take your awareness inward. As yogis, we practice and then we introspect. So with our gaze turned inward, let us notice that our body's starting to warm up here and our hips are more aligned, our shoulders are growing more in alignment with one another, our knees and our ankles. See if you can notice the beating of the heart. Healthy ventricles and auricles. Healthy, opening and closing, sending fresh blood and oxygen to every cell of the body. Next, with our mind's eye, I want you to take your awareness and visualize the last most beautiful moon you've seen in the night sky. We're just past a half moon here. And like we acknowledge the moon and how it impacts all the waters on the planet through the tide and the gravitational pull. The yogis believe that the moon also impacts the waters of our internal aquarium, our unique human body. And so we use Chandra Namaskar to tame the mind and make the mind our best friend. Acknowledging we have so many thoughts and feelings. And let's move through these next 12 poses to make the mind our best friend. Chandra Namaskar, changing only the 4th and 9th postures. Inhale deeply, open the eyes. Exhale, hands to prayer position at the heart. Inhale, take your arms up overhead, look up, look back. Exhale, fold forward, hinging at the waist. Bend the knees, take the left leg back, drop to the knee and the top of the foot. Bring the hands through prayer position. And then this time up overhead, steeple. A lunge into that front right knee. Take that chest towards the ceiling. Beautiful. Breathing slowly here. Exhale, return your hands to the mat. Tuck the back left toes. Send the right leg back to meet the left. Press the heels back. The bottom of the exhalation, drop to the knees, chest and chin. Inhale, drop the belly. Cobra. Tuck the toes. Lift the hips. Press the chest back. Take the left foot in between the hands. Drop the knee and the top of the right foot. Hands through prayer. Chest up. Look up. Release the hands. Tuck the toes. Send the right leg up to meet the left. Forward fold. Draw those sits bones up towards the heavens. Bring the hands together. Inhale all the way up and back. Look up, look back. Exhale through prayer position. Release the hands to the side. Beautiful. Let's do the same thing on the other side. Chandra Namaskar. Inhale, deeply open the eyes. Exhale, hands through prayer position at the heart. Inhale, take the arms up overhead. Look up, look back. Exhale, fold forward. Bend the knees, send the right leg back, drop to the knee and the top of the foot. Bring the hands through prayer position. Inhale, steeple. Lunge into that front left knee. Crescent moon position. Release the hands. Tuck the back right toes. Send the left leg back as you exhale. Press down into mountain pose. At the bottom of the exhalation, hold the breath out. Drop to the knees, chest and chin. Ashtam Pranam. Drop to the belly. Inhale. Slide through cobra or up dog. Tuck the toes. Press into the hands. Lift those hips away from us. Mountain pose. As you inhale, take the right foot in between the hands, drop to the knee, take the hands through prayer position, lunge to crescent moon on the other side. Release the hands back to the mat. Exhale the left leg up to meet the right, forward fold. Hands together, inhale. Up overhead, look up, look back. Bring the hands through prayer position. Release the hands to the side, close the eyes. Take a long, deep breath in through the nose. Exhale slowly. Return the breath to normal. See if you can draw your awareness to the beating of your heart. See if you can hear your heart beating. Feeling so grateful. Let's visualize healthy, healthy lungs. Two beautiful lungs in our chest, the lower lobes, the middle lobes, the upper lobes. With each breath we're taking in through our nose, our lungs are purifying and clarifying fresh oxygen and sending it to our heart, to where then our heart is beating loyally as it's been doing since day 27 that we were in our mother's womb. Is when our heart first started beating, and it's been with us ever since, our most loyal friend. So very, very grateful for a healthy heart, visualizing our healthy heart in the middle of our chest, vibrant with life force and gratitude. Healthy, healthy heart. And so it is. Let's go ahead and release. Open the eyes. Let's come into our first asana of today. Let's come into chair pose. We're going to bring the knees and feet together. Draw the arms up overhead, and you can keep the arms, no hard and fast rules. You can keep the hands parallel, or you can bring the hands together in steeple position. Whatever works for you. I want you to bend the knees as if you're beginning to sit down in a chair. And so you're going to balance on the heel and the ball of the foot. Sit down a little bit further. I want you to engage all along the side ribs. So you're drawing that belly button back towards the spine. The face is relaxed. The chin is parallel to the earth. But your gaze is in between your eyebrow center up towards the ceiling. Keep the head and neck straight. See if you can lift your toes up off the mat. Just your toes. Breathe slowly here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, press into those hands. Release the hands back behind you. Interlace those hands. Keep those feet together. We're going to draw those hands down the back. Open up the chest, and then exhale. Begin to hinge, lean forward, hinging at the waist. And see how far you can bring those hands away from your low back. This is going to be different for each of us. Work to your degree. This is your practice. Let the head and neck hang, and draw those arms as far up overhead as you can, opening up the chest, relieving the heart muscles. Let the weight of gravity draw those hands further overhead so that the top of the head comes closer to the top of the feet. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Return your hands to the low back, bend the knees, roll the spine upwards one vertebrae at a time. Bring the hands back to prayer position. Beautiful. Next, let's bring twisted chairs so that we can massage those internal organs. First, our stomach. So bringing the feet and the knees together, hands at prayer position. Begin to sit down as if you're sitting into a chair. And then let's go ahead and take the left elbow on the outside of that left knee. Begin to turn your head and neck sideways so that you're looking up to the ceiling over that right shoulder. We're going to twist from the belly. Draw the belly button back towards the spine. Sit down a little bit further here. Look up towards the ceiling. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You can stay here or keep that left elbow on the outside of the right knee. Bring your fingertips to the earth. Take the right arm up towards the sky. Open up the shoulders. Look up towards your fingertips. For 3, 2, and 1. Release. We're going to come back up through prayer position. Take a breath here. Exhale slowly. Next, we'll bring this internal massage to the largest internal working organ, the hardest working internal organ, the liver. Inhale deeply. Exhale, begin to bend the knees. Take the right elbow on the outside of the left knee. Stack the elbows. Twist from the base of the spine. Take the gaze up over the left shoulder towards the ceiling. Sit down a little bit further. Draw the belly button back towards the spine for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now stay here or keep that right elbow on the outside of the left knee. Take the right fingertips to the ground. Take the left palm up towards the ceiling. Open up the chest. Look up. Breathe here for 3, 2, and 1. Release. Come back up through prayer position. Release the hands. Inhale deeply. Exhale slowly. Return the breath to normal. Let's take a step back on our mat. Come into table position. So with our feet together, let's inhale the arms up overhead. And again, the arms can be parallel or in steeple position. There are no hard and fast rules. This is your practice. Do what works for you. Draw the shoulders down the back, and then as we exhale, hinge forward from the waist, pausing at 90 degrees, okay? So that you're pressing back through your sits bones. You're reaching towards the front of the room through your fingertips, and your biceps are parallel to your ears. Your side ribs are engaged. Draw the belly button back towards the spine, so you're engaging your core. Strong muscles, strong shoulders here. For a 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bend the knees, bring the hands to prayer position. First, we're going to find solid ground on our left leg. We're going to come to balance on our left leg. Take the right leg back behind us, coming into a pendulum. We're going to press powerfully through our right heel so that our right big toe is in alignment with the midline of the body. We can keep our hands here at our chest, or we can take our arms up overhead, reaching towards the front of the room. Reach, reach, reach through those fingertips. Press powerfully from the heel all the way to the fingertips for 3, 2, and 1. Hands back to prayer position. Inhale, come back up and send that right leg right out in front of us. Lift it higher so that the toes are in alignment with that hip bone. Smile at the shake of the leg. As our teacher reminds us, it's only going to last for a while. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to take our legs back, coming into Natrajasana. So grab onto the heel or the ankle. Draw that right knee in close. Take the left arm up towards the sky. Natrajasana 1. You can stay here. You can also take your hand to the inside of your right foot. Begin to kick that leg back and draw the arc of the pose to the front of the body, coming into Dancer 3. Come out when you're ready, shake it out. And let's do the same thing on the other side. So first, finding foundation into our right leg. We're going to bring our hands into prayer position and then send that left leg back behind us. Pendulum forward so that our hips and shoulders are square. Our hands are at the heart. Press back powerfully. It's okay to wobble. It's okay to fall. We're having fun here. Press back powerfully through that left heel and then send those fingertips up towards the front of the room. Biceps parallel to the ears. Reach, reach, reach. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hands back through prayer. Let's bring that left foot all the way forward. Smiling at that shake in the leg. Lift that leg a little bit higher. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bend the knee. Grab onto the ankle. Take the right arm up. Draw the left knee in towards the right. This is Natrajasana 1, Dancer 1. Feel free to stay here, or you can take your hand on the inside of the left foot and then begin to bring the arc of the pose to the front of the body. Kick that left foot away from you. Have some fun with it. Smile, give it a few tries. Fall out. Shake it out. And then let's come back to the mat. We're going to come into swaying tree. So we're going to extend our legs to the outside edges of the sticky mat. Inhale the arms up. Right hand grabs the left wrist. Left hip goes out. Use the strength of your right arm to draw that left arm overhead far, really stretching along that side body. Take the right the right armpit slightly more forward than the left. And then look up to the ceiling past your left bicep. For 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, come back up to center. Let's switch sides and take our time here. First lengthening all along the side. Send that right hip away. And then use the strength of that left arm to pull that right arm. Take the left armpit slightly more forward than the right. Look up towards the ceiling. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale up and release. Shake it out. Next, let's bring our legs 5 inches. Our feet are 5 inches apart from one another. Inhale the arms up overhead. Exhale, fold forward, hinging at the waist. We're going to move to hands to feet pose, Padastasana. So if your hands are on your shins or the back of your ankles, this is totally fine. For the rest of us, we're going to bring our palms underneath of our feet and press down from the balls of our feet onto the palms. Bring the palms as far as you can underneath of your feet, even if you have to bend the knees. This is okay. Press down here, tuck the chin in towards your chest, lift the sits bones up towards the sky. You can bend your elbows and draw the chest in closer. Your breath is slow and steady here. Go ahead and bend the knees. Release your hands from underneath of your feet. If your hands are on the backs of your shins or ankles, this is totally fine. Stay here. The rest of us, we're going to take our first 2 fingers, our peace fingers. We're going to wrap them around our big toes. Straighten the backs of the legs. Straighten the forearms. Inhale. Draw the chest up. Look at the wall in front. See where the floor and the wall in front come together. See if you can take your gaze halfway up the wall, 3/4 of the way up the wall. Maybe you can even see where the wall in front of you reaches the ceiling. It's a nice upper back bend for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release your head and neck, bend the knees. Take your hands to the mat, walk your legs back to mountain pose. Bend the right knee, send the left heel to the earth. Then the left knee, send the right heel to the earth. Press both heels back towards the earth evenly. Lift the left leg from the mat. Press through the heel back behind you. Straighten the right arm. Press powerfully through the right palm. The left big toe is in alignment with the middle of the body. Lift the leg a little bit higher. As you exhale, swing the left foot in between the hands. We'll take the right heel to the earth. As we inhale, draw the upper body up. Keep the hips and shoulders square as we move into Virabhadrasana 1. So we're lunging into that front leg. Our back leg is activated. Our quad is engaged, so we're protecting the back knee. We're gripping the mat with the outside of our right foot. Hips and shoulders are square. Draw the arms up overhead. Roll the shoulders back. Your arms can be parallel or steeple. See if you can move your right armpit slightly more forward than the left. Lunge a little bit further. And then the gaze is in between the eyebrow center up towards the ceiling. Your breath is slow and steady for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale. We're going to open up. Make the adjustment. Let's come into Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. I like to move my right leg back just a little bit so I can lunge further into that left knee. My hips and shoulders are now parallel to the side wall. My front and back arms are even, and I stare down my left arm off into infinity. Lunge a little bit further. For 3, 2, and 1. Take the right arm up to meet the left. Avaya Virabhadrasana, fearless warrior. We're lunging forward. Let's keep the belly from collapsing on that thigh. Arms are together. Chin is parallel and the gaze is up towards the ceiling. Smile at the shake of the leg. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, release the left hand down to the mat. Inhale the right arm up towards the sky. See if you need to heel toe your back foot a little bit further so you can sink your pelvis closer to the ground. Look up towards your fingertips. Feel free to stay here, or if you have a bind, you can bend that right elbow, take the hand to the outside of the left hip, and then take your left hand underneath of that left thigh and grab onto your fingertips, your wrists. Open up that right shoulder a little bit more as you look up towards the sky. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Drop the knee to the earth. Heel toe, heel toe. We're going to come into some arm balance here. So we'll first bring our hands into push-up position underneath of our shoulders. You can walk that knee back. And you can bring the elbows into the body. So the left elbow is hooking onto the the left inner thigh. The right elbow is hooking into that right hip bone. And perhaps your pose today is just lifting up that knee, that right knee from the mat. Perhaps that's your pose. Perhaps you've got chaturanga and you can begin to play with lifting first one toe, then 2 toes. Give it a try. A is for attempt. Kandanyasa, building strength and poise. After you've given it a few good tries, everybody, let's meet back in Balasana, child's pose. Take those hips back towards your heels. Take the forehead to the ground. Palms back by your hips. Open up to receive. See if you can find the beating of your heart. Healthy, healthy heart. Inhale slowly. Exhale slowly. Return the breath to normal. When you're ready, and only when you're ready, we're going to meet back up into mountain pose, so we can do the same thing on the other side. We can use the sequence to bring harmony to our solar side, our sun side, our masculine side. So as you're ready, let's meet in mountain pose. This time, let's take the left heel to the earth. Press powerfully down through the right palm. Take the right leg up. The right big toe is in alignment with the middle of the body. Press down into your palms. The chest is going closer to your thighs. Lift that right leg a little bit higher. Exhale, swing it on through. Take the left heel to the earth. As we inhale, coming up into Virabhadrasana 1, we are setting our foundation so that our hips and shoulders are square. We're lunging into that front foot. Bring our hands through prayer position and then take those arms up overhead, either parallel or steeple. The left armpit is slightly more forward than the right. Lunge a little bit further. And then the gaze, your head and neck are parallel to the earth, but the gaze is in between the eyebrows up towards the heavens. For 3, 2, 1. Inhale, open up into Virabhadrasana 2. I like to walk my back foot back a little bit more. Take my shoulders and hips parallel to the sidewall. Glance down my fingertips and then lunge into that front knee a little bit further. Inhale. Exhale that left arm up to meet the right. Avaya Virabhadrasana, fearless warrior. Smiling at the shake of the legs here. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Exhale the right hand to the floor. Open up. Take the left arm up towards the sky. Sink those hips a little bit further, even if you've got to walk your left toes back some. Look up towards your fingertips. You can stay here, or you can bend that elbow, taking the right hand underneath, trying to find that left hand, and then open up the shoulders. Look up towards the heavens. Healthy, healthy spine. For 3, 2, and 1. Release the hands to the mat. Drop the knee. Heel toe, heel toe. Let's do Kandanyasa on the other side. So first bringing our hands as if we're going into push-up position. We can bend the elbows and hook that right elbow into the right inner thigh. Hook the left elbow into the left hip, and then just lift that knee up off the mat. Perhaps this is your pose. But then you can play with lifting one toe off the mat, then the other. Give it a few tries here. A is for attempt. And then after you've given it a few tries, everybody, let's meet in child's pose. With your forehead on the mat, I want you to bring your introspection to the healthy, healthy brain that lives inside of your skull. So very grateful for the brain and the nervous system. Your ears and your auditory nerves are allowing you to hear my voice. And the intellect can make sense of my voice and then have you move into these positions so that we can detoxify and purify our earthly being. So very, very grateful for this nervous system. Healthy, healthy brain stem, all the way down to the spine, all the nervous system, all of the nerves and nerve endings, all of the communications within your beautiful body temple. So very grateful for the gifts that we have. 2 legs, 2 arms, 10 fingers, 10 toes. So many people don't have hands or feet, can't hear or speak. So we're so very, very grateful for all the gifts we have. When you're ready, and only when you're ready, let's come on up into table position so that the palms are underneath of the shoulders, the knees are underneath of the hips, the top of the feet are on the mat. We're going to drop the belly, stick the butt out, take the chest up, look up as you inhale. Exhale, round everything like you're a kitty cat. Tuck the chin into the chest, draw the belly button back towards the spine. Let's do this a few more rounds at your pace. Inhaling and exhaling. How slow and exaggerated can you be with it? Visualizing each vertebrae. Healthy, healthy spine. After the next one, let's pause at center. So you're looking down directly from your nose. You've got a flat back, long neck. Let's inhale the left arm up towards the front of the room. Reach through those fingertips. Your palm is facing in like you're going to shake somebody's hand. Inhale the right leg back. Press through the heel. So I want you to feel long from your fingertips back to your heel. Your core is engaged. Press, press, press. You can stay here. You can also go to the back bend. Reach back and grab on to the ankle or this, and then lift that knee. Kick that leg back behind you, and then look over that left shoulder. It's okay to wobble. It's okay to fall. For 3, 2, and 1. Release. Make any adjustments. Shake out your wrists. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. Let's take the right hand up. Reach towards the front of the room, palm facing in. Lift the left leg up. Press through the heel. Press back powerfully so that you're long from the heel all the way through your fingertips. Your belly's engaged. Your neck is long. You can stay here. You can also reach back and grab that ankle. Lift that left leg away. Kick it away and then look over that right shoulder for the nice back bend. For 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and release. We're going to lean back on our ankles. Shake out the wrists. Let's find our way into squats position. Coming back down to the heels. Hands in prayer. Take the left with the shoulder in front of the left knee. Take the left hand to about 10 p.m. Take the right arm up towards the sky. Look up. Bring the hands back through prayer. We'll switch sides. We'll take the right hand down to the earth at about 2 p.m. Take the left arm up. Look up. Exhale, release. So from here, if you have any wrist injuries, you can stay here in squats position. For the rest of us, we're going to move into crow position. So you can take the hands out in front of you and push up. Come up onto the tippy toes. I like to make shelves with the elbows and then take those knees on the outside of the triceps. Bring the weight forward and then begin to play with lifting one toe off the mat, then the other. Give it a few tries. If you're confident here and you have your headstand practice in the middle of the room and you want to go from crow into headstand, by all means. Give it a few more tries. When we practice balance poses, they bring poise into our day when there's chaos. If you want to stay up here, by all means do so. Otherwise, we're going to come down. Bring your knees to your elbows. Come back through crow. Gently come down. And then again, if you have headstand practice in the middle of the room and you'd prefer to do that for inversions, take any variation that you want. Tripod headstand, regular headstand, whatever works for you. For the rest of us, we're going to come into shoulder stand. So Evan's going to demonstrate coming all the way down, back onto the back and bring the elbows in close and the palms are supporting the low back so that the fingertips are up towards the ceiling. Your feet are together and your gaze is in between your big toes. The chin is in the chest. This is called queen pose. What we're doing here is your entire body is receiving a reverse of blood flow. So every organ is like getting a bath right now. They're just receiving fresh oxygen and fresh blood flow. It's really turning things up. It's wonderful. The thyroid, the parathyroid are smiling right now. Your gaze is steady in between the big toes. Your breath is slow. You can stay here. You can also keep your left leg up, send the right foot overhead. towards the floor. It's okay if it doesn't touch. Bring the left leg back up towards center. Send the right leg overhead. Bring the right leg back up towards center. Send both legs overhead. This is plow pose. If both toes touch the floor, you have the privilege to release your hands from your low back. Perhaps you can interlace them and bring them down towards the floor. This should feel really good. If it doesn't, please back up. Let's release our hands, bring them back to the low back. We're going to bend the knees to the outsides of the shoulders. We're going to slowly roll down and out of the posture, bringing the spine flat onto the mat. Extend both legs out in front of you, coming into a mini Shavasana. Let your arms be out to the side. Let your head and neck rock from side to side and back to center a couple times. Let's further release the stress on the head and neck from the inversion practice. Let's come into Matyasyasana, fish pose. So we'll bring our heels and our feet together. We'll bring our hands, palms facing down underneath of our sits bones. Lift up onto the elbows so that the back of the head can come onto the mat. Your bottom set of teeth is coming past your upper set of teeth. These are your fish gills, and breathe slowly here. Let's go ahead and release the pose. Release your elbows. Come back flat onto the mat. Take your hands to the side. Let's take the right heel, bend the knee and hug that right leg into your chest. Maybe up into your right shoulder. Help to relieve the colon, the ascending colon. Bring the sole of the right foot on the left thigh. Take the left hand on the outside of the right thigh. Take the right arm directly out from the arm socket, palm facing down. Take the left hand on the outside of the right leg and help guide the left leg over the right side of the body. If it feels good for you, only if it feels good, look down that right finger, that right arm towards your fingertips. This is going to be a full spinal S-curve, relieving your entire spine of debris. You're staying soft in the face for 3, 2, and 1. Help the body release the left hand from the right thigh. Help the body come back up through center. Maybe squeeze that knee in towards the chest and then extend that right leg out. Next, bend the left knee. Hug it in towards your left armpit, relieving the descending colon, supporting digestion. Take the right hand to the outside of the left knee. Take the left foot to the right thigh. Look down your left fingertips and then help the left thigh rotate over the right side of the body. Look down your left fingertips if it feels good for you. Release the pose. Come back up through center. Maybe hug that knee into your chest again, and then extend that left leg out. Let the head and neck rock from side to side, and back to center. Let's do one more cooling back bend. We'll come into bridge pose. So with your arms extended down by your sides, palms facing down. Let's bend the knees, bring the soles of the feet to the earth, as close to your buttocks as can. And then as you inhale, press into those feet. Lift the hips up and away from the mat. Perhaps you can interlace your hands underneath of your low back. Lift the chest even higher. The chin is into the chest. You can stay here, or if you have a full chakrasana wheel pose, you can take your arms up over, your hands up overhead, press into those palms and lift the entire back body off the floor. Whatever works for you, coming up onto your tippy toes. And then all of us, we're going to release and come out so slowly. How slow can you go? Extend the legs. Everybody coming into our favorite yoga posture, Shavasana, corpse pose. So remove, ladies, gentlemen, remove the hair bun. If it's cold where you are, bring yourself a nice blanket. Maybe you have an eye pillow. I'll lead us through an active relaxation. Your arms are about 6 to 8 inches away from the hips, palms facing up. Your feet are about 12 to 16 inches away from each other, feet splaying to the side. Go ahead and lift your right leg up off the mat 2 inches. Point the toes, flex the calf, and then flop the leg. Lift the left leg up off the mat 2 inches. Point, flex, flop. Inhale, squeeze the buttocks. Draw the belly button down towards the spine. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And then relax the entire hips and pelvis region. Inhale deeply all the way up towards the chest, all the way up to the clavicles. Open the mouth as you exhale slowly. Release all the air. Keep the back of the head on the mat. Drop the chin into the chest. Chin into the chest, chin into the chest. Exhale, release. Make a fist with the right hand. Lift it 2 inches up off the mat. Squeeze your entire arm. Flop. Relax the hand. Lift your left hand. Make a fist 2 inches up off the mat. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Flop. Inhale all the way up into your face. Bring so much breath all the way up to the tip of the skull. And then we're going to exhale, Simba, lion's breath. Open the eyes, open the mouth, bug out the tongue, and release. Inhale, drawing awareness into the face. Squeeze the face, squeeze the cheeks, squeeze the eyes, squeeze the forehead, and release. Let the head and neck rock from side to side and back to center. Bring your awareness to the breath as it's moving in and out of the nostrils on your upper lip. Without any effort, simply witness. See if you can identify the temperature. Does it feel cooler on the inhalation, on that upper lip? Do you notice a warming sensation as you exhale? Without any judgment, we're simply observing. Next, bring your mind's eye to the belly button as you sit here. Just notice with each inhalation, without any effort, notice there's a gentle navel up on the inhale, navel down as you exhale. It happens naturally, so I simply want you to find it. And in your mind's eye, I want you to count backwards from 10 to 1. Inhale, navel up, 10. Exhale, navel down, 10. Inhale, navel up, 9. Exhale, navel down, 9. All the way at your pace, down to 1. Trying not to lose count. When you reach 1, release the counting, release the attention on the breath, and just let your body fully relax. When we move through our practice, we call upon the energy of rajas, or passion, to help us engage the muscles and move and stretch and relieve the body. And then during Shavasana, we call upon the mode of goodness to bring balance to our body, mind, spirit. This is where the healing takes place. We receive the medicine from our practice. Begin to bring your awareness into the physical once again. Go ahead and wiggle your toes and your fingers, taking your thumb and touching each fingertip. As you inhale, it could feel good to stretch your arms up overhead, as if you're a cat waking up from a cat nap. Do any sort of movement that feels appropriate for you. Eventually, we're all going to roll over, finding ourselves into a side lying position, fetal pose on the right side. Take your left hand to your elbow, maybe your right arm as your pillow for your head. And for a moment here, simply offer yourself appreciation for rolling out the mat and practicing with us. The yogis believe that the heart governs the emotion of love. And so as we do our practice today, we've been cultivating and growing self-love. So giving yourself some appreciation for strengthening your self-love and connection. When you're ready, and only when you're ready, take that top palm and press into the earth. Help the body upright. Together we'll meet in a comfortable seated position, just like we started. Take notice to the spaces in and around you. And without comparison or judgment, simply acknowledge how the practice works for you. All this effort, maybe take it off the mat today and shine it onto the world so that people know something's different about this being. When you're ready, let's open our eyes, bring the hands to prayer position. What an honor it's been to share in this classical hatha practice with you today. The light in me bows to the light in you. Namaste. Mahalo nui loa. That's how we say thank you very much here in Hawaii. So honored for you to join us. We started doing this in 2020 to create some cyber sangha. or Cyber Ohana, that is the word for family here in Hawaii. We're so happy that you're here with us. Would you please help us? We're trying to reach our 300 subscriber base. If you enjoyed this, will you please subscribe so that we can get to know each other even more, and we can share with you more content as we develop it here at Live Yoga Channel. We'll be back on the mat. Evan will be teaching on Monday morning, 7 a.m. Hawaii time. And then Wednesday, we're doing Wellness Wednesday with me. I'll be teaching a half-hour chair yoga. Take a work break with me at 11:30. And then we're also doing the Trust Your Guts Club, yoga for the organs. We're going to meet. It's a meetup at 1 p.m. Hawaii time on Wednesday here live on Live Yoga Channel to talk about all things digestive wellness. So thanks again. Leave us a comment, give us some feedback, let us know what you love, and most of all, please subscribe. It helps us a bunch. So thanks so much. Have a beautiful day. Aloha.